So yeah, specifically on USDG, obviously, like as I've definitely come to find through doing this season with them,
Yeah.
it's very different in how they've structured it compared to the other two that you mentioned. From your perspective as the, chief innovation officer here, you're thinking about everything we're saying. What was the thought process for you and your team on why you wanted to do this integration with them? What does that look like for you guys? What are the benefits there for either OKX as a business in the network or the institutions or users that are participating with that asset on platform? Like, give us a little bit. I think a lot of people, institutions or other people like yourself who are in this position of like adopting something like USDG or models like it, or
Mhm.
currently talking about like, why would we do this versus other things? Should we issue our own stablecoin? Should we park value in one versus the other? How did you guys think about it over on your end?
So USDG was particularly appealing to us, mostly because of the network and consortium of players that have come together. We actually joined USDG as one of their core members. I think we announced that a couple months ago, and that it's just really great for us because within that network of members, there were players that were quite diverse in geographic distribution, but also use case. For example, one of our, we are licensed in Singapore, and one of the banking partners we work with is DBS. DBS was a member there too, and we were able to get just real comfort around the trajectory, sort of pooling of interest. I mean, sort of like not payment interest, but like just the excitement around working together to advance a stablecoin. I think that was a bit unique and new, and that was something we wanted to participate in. We obviously think the model itself, whereby marketing incentives are distributed to the players that contribute to the growth of the stablecoin, was a new and interesting one. And so we thought that would be something that would be good for our users. And indeed, we've been seeing sort of that interest from our users. And so again, we're in lockstep with our users, what they're demanding. We were able to push that through.
Really cool. So it seems like this is terrible model in my mind, but it's kind of like you're evaluating going to a party or an event or something, and you're like, who's going? Who's on the list? And I agree. I think the network participants that team has amassed in a very short amount of time is very impressive. If it were a party, I would want to be there based on who's in that mix. It sounds like for you that was a pretty big thing that your
Well,
team was
and also, I think just the fact that the setup was in a way such that each member of this party or group are incentivized to, or positively incentivized, right? Like incentivized, right? So I think that's the big thing. It's not like a party where we're all here to beat up on each other. We're all kind of working together towards something. I think that was the key thing, and it's designed in a way where you contribute, you get incentivized. There's really no, or very, a lot of the frictions around how consortiums might work were thought of and worked out. So I thought that was a key part of it too.
There are other network or consortium models out there like this. I'm not as familiar with, in my mind, USDG and is one
You
of the
would
only
probably
ones.
know better than me.
So I should know this, but I was really compelled by this because it was one of the few that I've seen. You have like M0 doing the sort of M extensions, white labeled sort of stuff. You have Braille doing interesting things like this, where it's kind of like a shared infrastructure backend that's regulated or not. Like there are differences there, but like the USDG global dollar network approach from a go-to-market seems really unique to me, which was why I was hounding them for months trying to get the season off the ground. So it's interesting. We'll see. I think Paxos as a business, from my perspective, just has so much history being in the business that they're in, having the licenses they have, the trust they've built. They're in a really unique position to do this. So we'll see if other companies try to do the same.
Yeah. Just that, I mean, like it's obviously early days for, besides Tether and Circle and USDC, it is early days for everyone else to try to establish those network effects and early adoption. So I mean, I think it's a very interesting model. We're just very excited to be working alongside all these partners to. But that said, look, at the end of the day, users pick which stable coins they want to use, right? To my point earlier, we're here to facilitate what our users want. And we still work very closely with a lot of the other stablecoin issuers because, they're different use cases, and stablecoins will end up focusing on different use cases or geographies or things like that. So we'll see.